We're talking about movement this month, and I'm always moving, as you know. Today I'm going to take you to see probably my most favorite human being in the world. This lady's always moving. She is another inspiring, strong woman of faith in our community. And since our worlds have collided, my home has never been the same. My home has been very noisy ever since we met. And I can't wait to show you what she's up to today. I already know what she's going to be doing. She's going to be worshiping the Lord with her entire body, mind, soul, and spirit. In my personal quiet time this week, Pastor Stephen Armstrong said, "Worship is a natural expression for any child of God." This Sunday, my new favorite pastor, Brandon Grant, he said, "The Holy Spirit comes upon particular people at particular times and moves in a way of empowerment and begins to rest on that certain individual. The Holy Spirit empowers, indwells with skill, wisdom, leadership, courage, and spiritual authority. When we begin to know and believe we are children of the Most High God, He begins to reveal and anoint the purpose for our lives." Brandon said, "Jesus shows us what a spirit-filled life is supposed to look like." All right, guys, this is my sweet friend, Mrs. Jody Hagberg. I bet a lot of you know her and love her as much as I do. So today, Jody, I want to get to know you a little bit better.
Sure.
And I also want to talk to you about the health benefits of worship music. Okay. Because I think that worship music, it does something to you. Mm-hmm. And I want to talk to you a little bit more about that. But first of all, I want to know, what was the first instrument you started playing?
My first instrument was a plastic guitar out of the Sears catalog. Okay. It was like this red, white, and blue thing. But no, my first one was a Sears chord organ. It came in the catalog. It was my Christmas present. And you push little buttons and make it play, and it was held together with duct tape by the time I was done. So that was my first one. I believe it.
How old were you?
I must have been like maybe 8 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 or 9 years old.
Okay. So when you were 8 years old, the Lord started working in your heart, and He started developing your music talent.
Yes.
When did you start? When did you know you were going to be called to be a band teacher?
Actually, junior high. I fell in love with my band teacher, and I loved music, and she just kept feeding me. And I started playing piano at my church, like the piano accompanist for my church when I was in 8th grade. Okay. So God started planting that seed right there.
Okay. Who was your band teacher?
Her name was Amy Day.
Amy Day.
And my high school.
Thank you, Amy Day.
Yeah. My high school band teacher was James Ping, and they just kept feeding me. Like I was devouring everything they put my way, and I'm really thankful for them.
Okay.
And my piano teacher, Marilyn Hartland, she's just like, I just have gone back and thanked them many times. So
okay. Thank you, Marilyn, too. Yeah. They sound like someone I know. When did you start working at Cornerstone as the band teacher there? How long have you been there now?
This is going to be my 22nd year.
22nd
year. Yeah, so 2004, I think, is when I started.
Okay. And I know a couple years ago you got a marching band together.
Yes, God did that.
The Lord provided for that.
Yes.
I know that one thing that I've witnessed you do that I don't know if you're realizing what you're doing, you are able to find a child and
see a talent in them that they do not see. You develop that talent. You see little children and you inspire them to play, to sing. You inspire them to become worship pastors. You inspire them to become worship pastors. How many students do you think you have helped to become a worship pastor?
I'm starting to lose track. Like, I'm just realizing that they're kind of all over, and I'm like, wow, God did that.
Okay. Yeah. Every year I see several, and then they go out to their churches. They go to different states. They go to different colleges.
Yes.
And the Lord is using them. He's using them to reach others.
Yeah. It's cool.
It's incredible. It's incredible. So, one thing I just wanted to chat with you a little bit is music and how it makes you feel. How would you describe how worship music makes you feel?
Yeah. It needs to be a part of your everyday life. Like, I can't just go up on the stage and be like, oh, I'm a worship leader now, or oh, I'm going to do worship. It just kind of, God just puts it through my entire life. And I find that as we're working on worship music, and when I plan, I got a whole month before me, Lord, what do you want? And I have to just go with him open hands. And so every song that he gives me, I got to trust that this is what he wants for each service. I'm like, really, Lord, this is what you want? Okay. But then I find that he uses those songs in my everyday life throughout the week. Like, it's just the right song that he's giving me or giving somebody else in the congregation. And I find that because the songs we pick are theologically sound, that biblical theology speaks to me all week long too. It's truth. It is truth. It's its promises. And it's just in my ear all day long when I go to sleep, when I wake up, when I drive, it's there.
Yeah. When do you start planning for the service today? When did you start planning those songs? Or
so that started last week. Okay. So I just sat down and I'm like, Lord, here's my whole calendar, and what do you want this month? And so I just asked him to fill that up, and I just kept working, and I didn't stop working until it was done. It was maybe 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, okay, we're going to just keep going. And that's how that worked.
Do you do your best work in the middle of the night?
Probably. Okay. I'm a big chunk person. Unfortunately.
I find I get my best ideas at 3 in the morning too.
Yep.
That's when I tend to get the best, and I feel like that's because my brain is quiet and ready to receive what the Lord needs to tell me. Yeah. Well, my theme this month is movement, and one thing that I feel when I am in a room of believers worshiping, I feel the Lord moving down. I feel His Spirit moving through people.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel Him moving through my brain, and I feel Him moving my thoughts to be more like His, and I feel Him surrendering my heart to His ways and His will. Yeah. And so I see the Lord moving in all that you're doing. I see the Lord moving in the kids you are inspiring. And I thank you for making my house so noisy.
I love it. Yeah, sorry about the drums.
She let Evan borrow drums for a summer. I don't know if I would want to thank you for that or not, but he loves the drums. He loves the drums, so thank you.
That's all God's doing. It's like I come with whatever, like, Lord, this is what I've got. You've got to do this because I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. And so it has to be God.
It is the Lord. It is the Lord. It is the Lord. Well, thank you for taking the time.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I love your kiddos too. So.
We love you so much. We love you so much.
Thank you.
I think the reason why we love her so much is because we see the Holy Spirit actively moving and living through Mrs. Jody Hackberg. We are eternally grateful for you.